Hello, I am Dick Rice, Spiritual Director at the Retreat in Wayzata, Minnesota, and your brother in recovery. Today I would like to speak with you about the 8th step of the 12 steps. We made a list of all the persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Do you notice that? The word all is in there a couple of times. Not just some of those we've harmed, but all of them. In step 7, we ask God to remove our shortcomings. Now, as we climb to step 8 and then to 9, we are about the restoration of our relationships. Hazelton, a number of years ago, put out a little booklet calling it exactly that on the 8th and 9th step, restoration of relationships. They nailed it. That's what we're about with the 8th and 9th step. We're coming out of our isolate closet back into our relationships, but we have some work to do. We call ourselves with the 8th and 9th steps to take action. With 6 and 7, we were simply willing. We prayed with the 7th step. Now we are willing to take action again with steps 8 and 9. First, to make a list of all the persons that we have harmed. As the Big Book states, we made the list when we took our 4th step inventory. If we have successfully climbed this far now, up to step 8, we know exactly who belongs on the list. Yet there still is a chance that we might leave God and ourselves off of the list, and they might be the ones that we primarily have to make amends to. I can remember when I got to this step the first time, I knew who it was that I had a resentment toward. I did not want to entertain the idea that I also had an amends to make to him. And yet I did. Thank God I put him on the list. And thank God with the 9th step, I made the amends. That person was my father. And we had a wonderful last 10 years of his life because I had made amends to him, thinking that I had to forgive him, had a resentment toward him. But only with step 8 did I acknowledge I also had an amends to make to him. Even as we wonder who to place on the list and whether we are willing to make amends to them, the Big Book reminds us on page 77, our real purpose in this step is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to God and the people about us. Our real purpose is to fit ourselves to be maximum service to God and the people about us. So it's all about service. How can we be of service to our higher power? How can we be of service again to our brothers and sisters as we come back into community from the isolate world we've lived in so long? There's a crucial second part to this 8th step. We have made the list. Now we must be willing to make amends. So much of our recovery is from willfulness to willingness. We turned our will over in the 3rd step. We kept taking it back. We had to do the 3rd step over and over again. Now we can so easily minimize or deny the harm that we have done to people and our need to make amends to them. It is crucial that you and I man up or woman up and be willing to not just apologize, but to mend like a skilled tailor the rip that we have caused in our relationships. If we can do it, if the other will allow us to do it on behalf of the relationship, where the tear was so profound, the mending now will make a relationship so much deeper than it ever was. Pray God we move with alacrity and joy to this 8th step. Come, climb it with me. Thank you.